Well, hello everyone. Welcome to Kirk's Journey. Welcome back to the channel. It is Sunday, April 26th, day 116. Like, comment, subscribe, and share if you haven't already. I thank you so much if it's your first time or if you've been coming back. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Today is just a simple message. I don't really have a Bible verse or anything. If I say I don't have a Bible verse, one verse I really want you to just anchor, write this down, memorize it. It's been my go-to, and it's basically, like my pastor told me, it's basically a verse that covers everything. It covers everything you need to do to live a successful life. If there wasn't a Bible, and there is, and I'm not taking away or putting into God's word, I'm saying, but this is something God could have given us this, and it would be enough. It's Proverbs 3:5-6, which is trust in the Lord with all your heart, lean not on your own understanding, acknowledge him in all ways, and he will make your path straight. Or submit to him in all ways, and he will guide your path. Variations of that. But I'm saying, if you take those 4 lines, and like the first one, just trust in the Lord with all your heart, and you take it and you meditate on it and you think about it and you read it over and over and over, you trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. Whenever you start thinking about something, or you think it needs to be done your way, or here's how you're thinking it's going to be, you just need to stop that, put your trust in God and be like, here's what it looks like, but I trust in God's promises. If it's in the Bible, it's a promise from God, and it'll come to pass. So just don't lean on your own understanding. Acknowledge him in all ways. Give him thanks and understand in all ways it's God. And he will make your path straight. Because without him, you're going to be all over the place. So while I've got that out of the way, the Bible verse for today and every day, I'm just going to give you an update for the day. Late night last night, got up this morning and got around, went to church. It was just kind of a quiet morning church. The message at church, he's talking about discipleship. Like the first week, 2 weeks ago, was about getting baptized, and going and making disciples and stuff. And then, this week, was another message in that series. And it was about forgiveness, how forgiveness can block your healing and block your blessings. And just, the Lord said that in the Lord's Prayer, forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And it's like, basically, the Lord forgives us unilaterally, instantly, immediately when we ask for it. And the pastor spoke about a man, Stephen Morin. You can look him up if that's what it is. But he supposedly murdered 30 women. And when he had a certain type, and when he picked that woman up, the last victim that he was going to take and murder, he basically, as soon as she got in the car, he said, put your hands under your legs. And she said, I have to pray for you. And she prayed for him. And immediately he decided not to go through with it and said, I don't want to hurt you. I just want to talk to you. And they talked for a few hours. He emptied his gun, his bullets, into her handbag. And he was caught and went to jail. She went home. Her husband was like, where have you been? And she told him the story, dumped out all the bullets. And, she was just jumping around. She was so happy that she brought this guy to the Lord that 2 months after he was in prison, the prison guard, the guy running the prison said, I thought I was a Christian until I met him. And the question the pastor posed was, do you think when he asked for forgiveness, God forgave him? Would you? It's one of those things. We are called to forgive others. And that's a very extreme example, and that's something true that happened. But we are called to forgive others as God forgives us. Instantly, unilaterally, and without holding on to that. Because that can be a prison of your own. If you're not forgiving somebody, you're putting yourself in a prison, and we're called not to do that. So that's kind of one of the things I wanted to talk about in this message. And also, yeah, I know that kind of went off on a little bit there, but we went to lunch and had a good time at lunch, and took a nice walk down at the park together. The four of us, we took a nice walk, saw some turtles, saw some ducks, and just had a good time, some good moments. But I come back here to these four walls, and it's the afternoon, and I've spent the afternoon alone, and that's when it gets difficult. When you just look up at the Lord, and I'm like, Lord, I love you first and foremost. You are everything to me, everything. You provided for me. You've blessed me. You've saved me. You've healed me. You've done so much for me. And I know that you're first in my life, first and foremost. And I'm not making my family an idol, but Lord, I miss them. I stand on your word. I stand on your promises. I see forward progression, slow but surely, but boy, I miss them. I miss my family, and I miss my home. But what I can tell you is you have to just tell yourself, trust in the Lord, that he will take your tears. He's collecting every one of them, and he's putting them in jars, and he is going to turn those tears of joy, tears of sadness, into tears of joy. And his way is the best way. And you just have to tell yourself when you come back to your apartment, or you're alone, if that's what you're going through, is you will get through this. This too shall pass, and this season will. And you just have to tell yourself you're going to be okay. The Lord is with me. You just have to know that, and know that, you can keep yourself busy, you can do this or that, but those thoughts are going to creep in. There's going to be times you're alone, and the only thing you can do is just keep on keeping on, and just trusting in him, praying and talking to him, and knowing he's there for you. And he'll show you he's there for you, and he'll talk to you. And yeah, I really feel like he's inspiring these messages, and I can tell my countenance is pretty even keel. Sometimes it hurts, and it's going to, walking with the Lord. And he never said you're just going to trust in him and you're going to walk around happy all the time. Jesus suffered. We will suffer for him, for his glory. And I totally believe the video I post, because I just leave this channel in the Lord's hands, and I see small growth with it too. And that's cool, because the only thing I'm doing is making these videos, uploading them, and then leaving it in the Lord's hands. And my main thing is that it'll turn somebody to him. It'll lead somebody to Christ. And it'll encourage people going through hard times, especially like a separation, and holding on and standing for their marriage and trusting in God to restore it. And he gave me that promise, a year and a half ago, when he turned my heart. He's given me desires throughout this past year with being a husband and a father. So I know I'm on the right track, because I have peace with that, even though it hurts. So yeah, I just wanted to come on here and encourage you that you just got to keep on keeping on, trust in the Lord, and don't lean on what you see or your own understanding. Just make him first. So that's all I have for you today. I will see you in tomorrow's video. Have a good night, and God bless.